travel has long been a popular topic in science fiction, with stories often exploring the consequences of altering the past or future. But there is one time travel that stands alone in the rest, the Bootstrap paradox. In the Bootstrap paradox, a person travels through time and encounter an object or piece of information that they give back to them in the past, where it ultimately becomes the first thing that lead them to travel through time in the first place. Welcome to the Mystical Dimensions, a channel that explores the mysteries of the universe. Today we delve into the enigmatic world of time travel and Bootstrap paradox mystery. The Bootstrap paradox is a baffling phenomenon in which an object or information is created out of seemingly nothing. Without an original source, it's a loop in which one event causes another, which in turn becomes the cause of first event, creating never-ending cycle. Imagine a person traveling back in the time and giving the sheet music for his fifth symphony before he composed it. Who wrote the symphony? The Bootstrap paradox. The mystery has explored in popular culture, from movies like Predestination to time show Doctor Who. Join us and with the deep dive into the world of Bootstrap paradox, exploring its implication, its mysteries, and the possible solution to this paradox. To understand the Bootstrap paradox, we need to first understand the concept of causality. Causality is a principle that every event is caused by a previous event. Time travel, however, presents a challenge to this principle. If someone travels back in the time and change the event which caused that change, what is person who traveled back in time? Who was it previous event that lead to that change? In the Bootstrap paradox, a time traveler goes back in the time and does something that ultimately causes the very thing that they travel back in the time to prevent. For example, a time traveler may go back in the time to give rise. This is a paradox because it breaks the principle of causality. If the time traveler never composed the sheet music, where did it came from? This is an example of a closed loop, a loop where the cause of an event is itself. The Bootstrap paradox is a prime example of how time travel breaks causality, and it's one of the reasons of many scientists believe that time travel is impossible. As we seen, time travel is a fascination concept that raises many mysteries and the paradoxes. The Bootstrap paradox is just one of these mysteries, and it shows us how time travel can break the fundamental principle of causality, whether time travel is possible or not. Imagine, for example, that you travel back in the time and give a book to your past self. Your past self read the book and inspired to write it, becoming the author of the very book that you brought back with you. But where did the book really came from? Who wrote it first? The answer, of course, is that there is no clear origin. The book is in itself causing a loop, creating a sort of time travel feedback loop. This paradox has been explored in a popular culture, from Robert Heinlein by its Bootstraps to the Doctor Who before the flood. But while it's a popular plot device in a science fiction, the Bootstrap paradox is also a subject of philosophical debate. Can someone came from nothing, or does the very existence of the object of information imply that it must have had a creator? Despite the many debates surrounding the Bootstrap paradox, one thing is clear: it is the fascinating thought experiment that will continue to captivate both philosophers and the science fiction fans from years to come. As for our time traveler, perhaps they will continue to travel through time, encountering through Bootstrap along the way. One time will tell. Imagine a world where time travel is possible, a world where you can go back in time and change the course of history. But what if your action in the past had already influenced the future? What if your past self was caused for your present self? This is a mystery of the Bootstrap paradox. There was a time traveler on a mission to go back in the time and retrieve an artifact that had been lost for centuries. But as he approached the past, he realized something strange was happening. There was experiencing a Bootstrap paradox. The artifacts he had come to retrieve have already been discovered by his future self, who had left it in the past for him to find. The mystery for Bootstrap paradox is that it creates a loop for causality that was in the past and the future intertwining. The cause and effect of become blurred, and it's impossible to tell which came first. While a minute, if you don't leave the artifacts here, it won't be found in the future. But what if it's not found in the future? How did I know to come back and get it? The Bootstrap paradox is a mystery that may never be fully understood. It challenges the very fabric of time and space, leaving us with more questions and then answers. And so they leave the artifacts in the past, knowing that it was in the future self who had left in there for him to find. The mystery of the bootstrap paradox remains unsolved, leaving us with the realization that the past, present, and the future are all connected in a way we may never fully understand. The concept of time travel has long fascinated by humans, and possibility of time travel through time and change, the event that has become popular topic in science fiction for decades. But what if time travel will not only allow you to change the past but also create a mystery that defines the explanation? I don't understand what happened. There was a time traveler who was sent back to the time, and so the mystery of the bootstrap come to close. We may never fully understand the complexity of time travel and the strange loop it can create, but we can continue to explore and imagine the possibility. As we wrap up in this episode of The Mystical Dimensions, we invite you to join us again next time and we delve into the more enigmatic and fascinating subjects. Until then, stay curious and keep searching for the truth. Thank you for joining us in this journey, and until next time, farewell from the mystical dimensions.